Hello internet world, welcome to a new video on the Geekanoids channel. In today's video I'm going to share with you a really cool square filter system for your lenses, for your photography. Not really for videography, don't work too well for that, but for photography these are amazing. You can use them for video work, but K&F sent me out their brand new filters for their square filter system. And K&F Concept makes some brilliant products. A big thank you to them for sending out these products free of charge for this video. If you want to check out their website, there's a link to it down in the video description. They make tripods and other photography and video accessories as well. Now, why would you use a square filter for your lenses on your camera instead of a round filter? Of course you can get these screw-in filters that attach to the front of your lens. You can get ND filters and other filters that give you special effects, graduated filters for example. But with round filters it can introduce sort of some vignetting around the outside, and also every time you want to change a filter, this is the biggest thing really, you have to unscrew it from your lens and then screw a new one in. With a square filter system it allows you to drop new filters in front of the lens very easily, and I'll show you how and sort of why, and also share with you my experience with this. Now you get a kit that allows you to use the filters first of all. All of this is linked to down below, and you get a variety of different size round adapters. These screw on to the front element of your lens, and then they adapt it to the size that's going to be used for the square filter system. So what K&F Concept send out is various sizes. We've got 77mm, 72, we've got a 62mm, a 52mm, I've got these a bit mixed up, 82mm, and also 67. And the one I've got here is one of the most common sizes, which is a 58mm. Now they're all the same circumference or diameter on the front. The different sizes are the back element, this threaded mount element, and this is what you're going to screw to your lens. This allows you to then attach their adapter. So this is the filter holder kit for their 100mm square filters, and I'll just show you this. It's really beautifully made, really nicely made. This attaches to the adapter plate, and then it gives you some slots. So there's a couple of slots in this. Let me give you a close-up look at this. There's some slots in here, and this is where you can actually drop in. There's a little catch as well for releasing them. This is where you drop in your square filters, and then these go in front of your lens. The beauty of using 100mm filters is the fact that it's going to cover larger front element lenses. So if you've got really big lenses with really big optics, then the 100mm is going to cover that lens brilliantly. So well worth checking out. Now let's move on to showing you some of the new filters. I should also remind you, in fact, that this is a live broadcast. So if you are tuned in live, I can see Craig Dowler. Good morning to you, Craig. Thanks for tuning in live. If you are tuned in live, thank you very much. You can use the live chat or the super chat. If you're watching afterwards, you can use the comment section below. So if you've got any questions at all, please do pop them in the comment section below. So that's the actual holder kit. Comes in a really nice box, as you can see. And then you've got various filters. So this one here is an ND1000. Let's show you this. Now they come obviously in the box with a really nice little case. You don't have, I tend to do this with all of my filters. I've used square filters before. I tend to keep them wrapped. The case is nice and soft though, so you don't have to keep them wrapped, but I tend to keep them wrapped because it keeps dust off them a bit more. And then I'd replace this when it wears out with some other acid-free sort of tissue type paper. Now an ND1000, this would allow you to do longer exposures, so you keep your shutter open longer, and things for like creating sort of nice milky motion in water for example. Really nice to be able to do that, and it makes your photos look so good. So this is the ND1000. Really very well made, extremely well made. Look, you can see my studio light there. Very nicely made glass, rounded at the corners, and again because it's 100mm, it's going to cover the front element of that glass or lens you've got very effectively. This allows you to obviously keep your shutter open longer, and as I mentioned, you can introduce motion, or if you're in very bright light, something like this is very, very useful. So this is one of their existing filters. Let me just pop that back in there, back in that case. And as I say, these are beautifully presented, and they come in these really nice cases. So let's just pop that in there nice and safe, like so. And these have got little magnetic closures on as well. Very, very nice. So that's the 100mm ND1000. And then the new ones that they brought out are these two. So this one here, let's get this right round. This is their graduated ND8 filter. Again, 100mm. Let's open this up. Because these are graduated, these are going to be a little bit bigger. They fit the 100mm width, but you can move them up and down so that you can position the graduation in the right place on your lens. So these you can adjust, and again in the tissue paper, and you can see here this is a graduated filter, so you could use these for those beautiful sunrises or sunsets, get this sort of on the horizon line or adjust it accordingly, and just such a really nice gradual tint and really nice quality. Again, very, very good quality glass. It's got this sort of polish into the side and the rounded corners, and just a really very, very high quality graduated filter. So this is a GND 8 filter, graduated filter. Again, works with their 100mm holder that I showed you earlier. So that's that one there. Let's just pop that back on there nice and safe. You want to treat your filters with kid gloves really, but these are quite robust. This last one is a soft gradient mirror, again 2mm thick as with all of these, and the measurements 100mm across, 150 top to bottom on these larger ones. So again, really, this is going to be very, very cool for some very, very sort of really effective photos. Again, in a really nice carry case. Absolutely love the way they present these, and the reason I wanted to highlight these is there are a lot more expensive filters available. So this is the sort of mirrored graduated filter to create even more dynamic effects in your photos. And you could position this either way up, doesn't really matter, but probably this way up, and you're going to have that graduated tint down to the horizon line. This is going to create really sort of dynamic skies. And then of course we can hit the horizon here and then have the rest of the landscape in that clearer portion. It's absolutely fantastic. Now I did digress very slightly. The reason I wanted to highlight these to you is because they're really good quality, but when I've been looking for square filter systems, there are a couple of main players in this segment that charge very, very big money, and then there are a lot of cheap brands which I've tested before, and they're okay, but they're not fantastic quality. With these, what I found is for the price, these offer up exceptional value for money. K&F Concept, I've actually reviewed their tripods before, and again with their tripods, exceptional value for money and really well made, and I think their filter system's no different. I had some really good results with these, and I think they're well worth checking out. If you want to invest in a square filter system, the cost of entry for this sort of thing is a lot more affordable, a lot more attainable than some other manufacturers. So please do check these out. I can highly recommend them. The presentation's great, the quality of the filter's great, and they're from K&F Concept. Links down below. I noticed Amir Bilal and also Patrick also in the live chat. Thanks for tuning in live. I really do appreciate it. As I said before, if you're watching afterwards, use the comments section below if you've got any questions or comments. If you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. I publish new tech videos pretty much every single day. For example, I have got something sitting over the back of the desk here, which is going to be in the very next video coming up in about 10 minutes time. So please do stick around for my next live video. If you enjoyed this one, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, all that good stuff. Have a fantastic day ahead, of course, and I'll see you in another video very, very soon.